Goodwill brings to you the weekly share market update dated the 23rd of December, 2023. Talking about the corporate segment, we have the market capitalization, MCAP, of Sun Pharmaceutical Industries, Sun Pharma, surpassed the Rs 3 lakh crore mark on December 18 afternoon deals, as investors flocked to defensive plays in an otherwise subdued market. The stock of this pharma giant gained 2.5% to hit a 52-week high of 1,267 rupees per share on December 18. So far this year, Sun Pharma shares surged over 26% as against a 17% rise in the benchmark Sensex. Their max share soared over 6% on December 18 after brokerages maintained their positive views on the stock after an analysts meet. Analysts expect the company, whose margin expanded in the September quarter, to sustain growth over the next 4 quarters due to the project mix and higher international sales. International brokerage Jefferies has their max among its top industrial stock picks on strong order flows in the second quarter. Shares of Sterling and Wilson Renewable Energy zoomed 5% after promoter Shapoorji Pallonji and company sold 39.14 equity shares or 2.06% stake in the company. At 10 a.m., the stock was trading at 432 rupees. On December 15, the Sterling and Wilson Renewable Energy promoter sold stakes worth 2.06% or 39.14 equity shares through open market transactions at a price of 415.46 rupees per share. Plutus Wealth Management LLP bought 25 lakh shares, or 1.3% stake in the company at a price of 410 rupees per share at the same time. As of September 2023, promoter holding in the company was 67.56% with Shapoorji Pallonji holding 18.3%. With this sale, their share will now be around 16.24%. Shares of SpiceJet soared nearly 8% to hit a 52-week high of 64.21 rupees on December 19, after the company confirmed its interest in bidding for the bankrupt Go Airlines, India, Limited, known as Go First. The company believes that the move will help create a strong and viable airline with the combination of Go First and SpiceJet. The SpiceJet board has also recently approved and initiated the process of raising fresh capital of about $270 million to strengthen the low-cost carrier's financial position and provide resources to invest in growth plans. Shares of India Glycols Limited surged 8% on December 19 after the company announced that it has secured orders worth 1,164 rupees crore for the supply of ethanol under the Ethanol Blended Petrol Program. Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, Reliance Industries Limited and Nayara Energy Limited are the entities that have awarded the orders, India Glycols said in a regulatory filing on December 19. Shares of Nippon India Life Mutual Fund traded in the green on December 20, following news of a Rs 726 crore block deal. IndusInd Bank was the likely seller of 1.78 crore shares, or 2.86% equity stake, in the company, reported CNBC TV or 18. The deal was done at a floor price of 427 rupees. Over the last 5 years, the stock price has doubled, giving investors multi-bagger returns. After the news of the deal, Nippon AMC zoomed over 9% to hit a 52-week high of 489 rupees early on December 20. By midday, the stock was trading at 475.65 rupees. The shares of Oil India surged 20% to reach a new peak of 406 rupees intraday. ONGC zoomed 5% to 212 rupees per share that marks its highest level since 2018. The cut in windfall profit tax aided the positive market sentiment. The tax, previously in the form of special additional excise duty, has been slashed from 5,000 rupees to 1,300 rupees per ton for domestically produced crude oil. As per a notification, shares of IRCTC soared around 6% on December 21 on high volumes. Around 2 crore shares changed hands on BSE and National Stock Exchange combined, compared to a 1-month average of 80 lakh. The stock has seen a good rally since the company last week announced its plans for major expansion in the non-railway catering business across the country. Shares of Sons Products Limited surged over 13% on December 21 after the company announced that its subsidiary entered into a share purchase agreement to acquire NIRB R&D GmbH and NIRB Plus. Sons Products Limited and Sons Life Science Pte., a wholly owned subsidiary of the company, has agreed, Sons said in an exchange filing on December 20. It further added that 10 to 15 million euros shall be the cost of acquisition, subject to closing adjustments. Stock of Piramal Pharma zoomed over 8% to hit a 52-week high of 140.20 rupees on the BSE. It has surged 16% so far, largely in line with the benchmark Sensex. asain Securities has reinitiated coverage on the stock with a buy rating and set the target price at 180 rupees. The brokerage expects a healthy project pipeline, better volumes and sales in its contract development and manufacturing organization business over financial year 2023 to 26. Polycab India shares tanked over 5% on December 22 amid reports that the Income Tax Department is conducting searches at 50 locations of Polycab across India. The residences and offices of the top management linked to the firm were also being raided, reported CNBC TV 18. The reasons behind the Income Tax Department searches and the nature of the investigation are not yet clear. The stock has risen over 100% so far in 2023, doubling investors' money. In comparison, the benchmark Nifty 50 has risen around 15%. PC Jeweller Limited has moved up by 58.92% this week with a change of 19.15 points. It has traded with a net volume of 210.073 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 51.65 against the previous closing price of 32.5. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 34.42, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 52.35 points this week. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 78.64. Hindustan Copper Limited has moved up by 20.92% this week with a change of 39.20 points. It has traded with a net volume of 203.589 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 226.6 against the previous closing price of 187.4. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 180.24, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 232 points this week. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 80.04. Barma Lorry and Company Limited has moved up by 19.41% this week with a change of 36.55 points. It has traded with a net volume of 32.404 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 224.9 against the previous closing price of 188.35. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 175.35, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 224.90 points this week. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 81.20. Shyam Metallics and Energy Limited has moved up by 18.571% this week. With a change of 95.30 points, it has traded with a net volume of 15.321 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 608.4 against the previous closing price of 513.1. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 502.07, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 612 points this week. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 81.26. Nifty is currently in negative trend. If you are holding short positions, then continue to hold with daily closing stop loss of 21,357. Fresh long positions can be initiated if Nifty closes above 21,357 levels. Nifty support levels are 21,258. 21,166 and 21,100. Nifty resistance levels are 21,416, 21,482 and 21,574. Bank Nifty is currently in positive trend. If you are holding long positions, then continue to hold with daily closing stop loss of 47,419. Fresh short positions can be initiated if Bank Nifty closes below 47,419 levels. Bank Nifty support levels are 47,248, 47,000 and are 46,592. Bank Nifty resistance 47,904, 48,315 are 48,559.
You can reach us via phone, WhatsApp, or email using the information listed on the screen. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more financial insights. And, as always, if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos, leave them in the comments section below. Until next time, happy investing.